Like I said before, you won't see me whip out any tarot cards too much on this account or any of these accounts, but you will hear some of the lessons that I've learned um, through connecting with people. So, yesterday I put a post on Facebook that said, familiarity is a false safety net. And when I speak of familiarity, I'm talking about that moment where you vibe with somebody and you're feeling them and they feel familiar and you're like, man, I don't know what that is. And just understand every situation isn't black and white. Some of it's dark blue. Some of it's lime green. Okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that every interaction with a person is 100% negative or 100% positive. So if you are connecting with someone and they feel familiar, are they tapping into a familiar relationship that you have with someone currently? It doesn't have to be like, say, romantic to romantic. A romantic partner could remind you of something about a parent. They could remind you of how the parent spoke to you, their demeanor, anything. And it could be a positive thing. On the other hand, you could run into somebody and you can't put your finger on where you're seeing the connection, but at the same time, you guys could have a multiple lifetimes together. You could have spent lifetimes previously together or many lifetimes together. But the question that has to be asked is, how did that relationship go? Was it a positive interaction? Was it a negative interaction? Do you guys keep coming back together and causing chaos in each other's lives? And no, I'm not talking about the twin flame term. I don't deal with that term. But I'm speaking of you and somebody else were in a previous lifetime together. You have to get clear on how that relationship ended. Like, was it good? Because that familiarity could be pulling you back in, and you really, when it's too late, you don't realize that you were building a beautiful relationship with somebody on top of a red flag. So, the more down to earth connection that we can talk about is the connection to that familiarity, connection to someone that you know. So say you're an abuse survivor and from a childhood abuse survivor. There have been too many people that I know who have run into an abuser in their relationship. And that person, if they really sat down and thought about it, could see a similarity between their romantic relationship partner and how they treat them versus how they were treated as a kid. It's really sad. It happens more than you know. But all that is really an opportunity for us to do deeper healing. It is really an opportunity for us to see where we may have thought we were good, but we're really not good because we're pulling that energy back in. So it doesn't mean that that person is a horrible person. It doesn't mean that. It just means that there's more work for us to do, that we need to heal a little bit more. So I was working with somebody yesterday in a session, and they were with somebody who was treating them badly. And they were trying to figure it out. Why are they treating me badly? Why am I accepting this? All the stuff. And then they said, well, there's something about them that's familiar. So, of course, I had to tap in. And I have to be careful with how I say things sometimes. There's some people I could just say, boom, 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 flat out, this is this, and they'll receive it. But there's other people that I know I have to come at them in a more gentle way so they don't fall apart. And ultimately, I had to connect the dots for her so she could see that the familiarity that she was seeing in her partner was the familiarity of someone she worked so hard to heal from. And so she keeps coming back because that person that she had to heal from wasn't 100% bad. They may have been 75%, but not 100%. So that 25% has so much value, that 25% of goodness, because that 25% of goodness was that hope that that person would turn into more of the person they needed to be. And so when they look at their romantic partner, they're seeing the hope of someone that could possibly be what they needed when they were a kid. And so it was hard for her to receive that. She put up a wall for a little bit. And that's okay, because she has to process. But in processing, she's going to be able to tap in and locate that place in her spirit, in her heart, in her mind that needs more healing, that place that is a little cracked. So this is what I mean by the down-to-earth parts when we talk about current lifetime. But that previous lifetime people, oh, that can be dangerous. One day I'll share stories. but it can be dangerous, and a lot of people think it's very cute. Oh, we just keep coming back together. Yeah, it's not always cool. Like, it's not always safe either. There could be a reason why the two of you are not working out.